Hey everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash, aka I'm Ghostbuster, and today I'm doing a review for Voyage Xbox Edition. Now this was released on the 12th of August 2022, published by Ratalaika Games, who were kind enough to send me a copy for this review, so big thank you to them for that, and developed by Venturous. Now this is a short cinematic adventure game, and honestly it's hard to put it into words, but it is a very, very enjoyable experience. Now, this game was intended, and it's described as being best played with two people. So it's a cooperative experience. However, you can play alone or with a friend. So, like I say, if you're on your own, you can control both of the characters with one controller, so you can flick between two of them depending on who you need to control, basically. Now, there isn't any sort of narrative to this game as such, in the sense that there's no speaking. It's a very wordless narrative. So the only sort of answers you get to what's going on, why you've started out in this dark sort of cave on this sort of alien-esque planet, who these two characters are, you don't know when you start the game. More and more slowly gets revealed as you play, and then there's sort of like a big ending which explains more about what's happened and sort of like gives it away. I don't want to spoil it for you, you've got to experience it, but basically it's a silent game in the sense that the protagonists don't talk, they just are there. Now they'll grunt and stuff like that, but there's no sort of dialogue between them. Now, the game takes place in this really gorgeous sort of world. It looks absolutely fantastic. It's all this sort of hand-painted graphical style, really beautiful environments, a big variety of environments as well. Like I say, you start off in this like dark cave, you end up in this sort of wooded sort of lake area, then there's deserts and all sorts of stuff, and they're so visually different and striking. It's fantastic. Like I say, they've done a fantastic job with the graphics on this game. Looks absolutely immense. Lots of detail. To say it's like hand painted, there's lots of detail, even in the characters and the environments and everything. Very, very good. Now, the game also features an immersive soundscape with music and sound by Callum Bowham, who was the composer for Snipperclips, Piku Niku, and Lonely Planet. And like I say, for a sort of an atmospheric sort of cinematic-esque game, the sound, like I say, is on point as well. So, like I say, two amazing things straight up. Now, the way the game plays is it's a very sort of, it's like a casual puzzle walking sim. You'll just move along the scenery and the areas, and you'll have to complete basic puzzles. These can involve pulling levers, moving things around, pushing objects into certain places, stuff like that. They're not too difficult, and like I say, there's no real on-screen sort of instructions about what you've got to do. You've just got to sort of come to terms with it yourself. A lot of the time you can't progress until you complete them, so like I say, it's all just sort of looking at your environment, seeing what's available and stuff like that, and moving it. Now, there is like a hint option. When I was playing on my own, there was a hint option. You push a button and it basically highlights, like with a flash above them, places of interest, important items that you need to interact with and stuff like that. So if you ever get stuck, you can push that and it sort of gives you a little hint of what you should be interacting with. Now, when you're on your own, you are able to give sort of commands to the other player, sort of pay attention to that, look over there, come here and give me a lift, boost me up, that sort of thing. So you don't have to sort of flick between them both to just do everything. You can just sort of get in position and call them over and they'll do it. There's a lot less having to flip between them both just to do mundane tasks, basically, which is nice as well. Now, overall, like I say, it's a very, very enjoyable game. You're looking at about 2 hours to get through it. There's not much else to it. After that, there's probably not a lot of replayability. However, like I say, for a very relaxing experience, there's no death as such, there's no combat. It's all very basic puzzles and just sort of environmental storytelling. And then once you get to the end, like I say, it does sort of explain a bit right at the end. But I'd like to say, as I've said before, you're best off experiencing that yourself. Now, if you're an achievement hunter like myself and you're like, oh, this is a Ratalaika game, probably got easy achievements, you're not too wrong. Now, you will have to finish the game to get all the achievements. All but one of the achievements are linked to story-based progression, so they cannot be missed. However, there is one missable achievement. However, all you have to do is go over to your partner, press A and give them a hug, basically, and that will unlock the last achievement. So I like games that, like I say, you have to play the story, but you don't have to spend all your time thinking, oh, I wonder if there's something I've missed here to get this achievement. No, just play the game, enjoy the experience, work through it in, like I say, you'll just unlock all the achievements. And if you, for some reason, don't hug your partner, start a new game, 2 seconds in, you can get that achievement. Now, the game is playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. Supports smart delivery, so you're always going to get the best version depending on what console you're playing on, and it's optimized for Xbox Series X and S with 4K resolution and 60 FPS. And like I say, it's usually priced at £11.99, but it's currently on sale at £9.59 with like that launch discount that they usually get. I believe it's on for another handful of days, so like I say, if you're seeing this video close to launch and you want to play it, now's the time to get it while it's still slightly discounted. And overall, like I said, the presentation is fantastic. However, the short amount of sort of playtime and slightly repetitive sort of gameplay loops of the sort of walking along at a sort of plodding pace and doing the puzzles may not be for everyone, and you may not want to spend that much money on a game that you're only going to get a couple of hours out of. One other thing I will criticise as well, dark areas can be a bit mind-boggling. I couldn't tell where I was going, and some of them are like I didn't realise there was things to click on. I had to sort of turn my brightness up a little bit, but like I say, it's minor little things, and it didn't really take away from the overall gameplay. It's just a very well-made co-op or solo experience with a beautiful visual aesthetic and a lovely soundscape to complement it. So give it a go. Like I say, it's available right now on all major consoles, PC, and obviously Xbox and Xbox Series X and S. But that's that for this video, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you soon for more content. Bye for now.